Tonight on the INFOWARS Nightly News, Darren McBreen speaks with Nullification, the Rightful Remedy filmmaker Jason Rink. Plus, Alex Jones breaks down the dystopian mindbender Total Recall. Then, drones in the name of public safety, courtesy of a government on a mad power trip. All that and more on the INFOWARS Nightly News.
Good evening, everyone. This is the INFOWARS Nightly News. It is Friday, August 10th, 2012, and we begin this evening with a bizarre story that's coming out of Palm Beach. Well, and I'm just going to go ahead and read you the headline here. Cops strip search mom and forcibly pull tampon out of her for possibly rolling through a stop sign. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Truth is definitely stranger than fiction. And now that I've got everyone's attention, well, let's continue. Apparently what happened that, well, this woman was driving with her 2 children. The police pulled her over for rolling through a stop sign. They then pointed a gun in her face, and they asked her to get out of the car. She was then strip searched in front of her 2 children and out in the open where passing motorists could see everything. Then, in a gruesome twist, a female officer forcibly removed a tampon from the woman because the cops were looking for drugs, which the government admits that they ship in. So, and I could see right now the light bulbs over the heads of the TSA right now, and that's a scary thought. Let's hope they don't go there. So, hey, this is a bizarre story as well. This is kind of unnerving, I should say. Potassium iodide tablets are being distributed to Pennsylvania residents living near nuclear power plants. The Pennsylvania Department of Health has given away potassium iodide tablets to anyone living near any of the 5 nuclear power plants located throughout the state. And it's probably just a precautionary measure, but this is what the authorities usually do following a radiation leak. There's no information here in the press release on exactly why the health department has decided to give away KI tablets, but the importance of taking the tablets is noted in the press release. Here it is. Taken as directed during a radiological emergency, KI can help protect the thyroid gland and against harmful radioactive iodine. And we did report last month that the Limerick generating station, this is roughly 20 miles away from Philadelphia, they took one of their units offline due to a possible malfunction in the main steam valve, which they noticed after a rise in temperature. And then another one of the reactors had to be completely shut down. This was just late last month because of an electrical problem. So maybe they're handing out KI tablets as a response to faulty reactors. I don't know. I'm just saying. All I know is I would hate to be living anywhere near a nuclear power plant right now. So, hey, we're going to switch gears and go to a video by Alex Jones as he encountered an unmanned drone on the way to work this morning. Let's check it out.
Folks, Alex Jones here. I was driving to work and saw the drone. Hey, how's it going? Driving to work here, saw this flying over the road. I had Joe Fair ask me if I'd ever seen one run by government, and I hadn't. But there it is. I'm shooting this with my iPhone out here. What's that?
I'm doing some right-of-way shots for the highway department.
Oh, highway department. Proliferation of drones, huh? Yeah, have you seen our video, drones shot down over Texas? Pretty good. Check it out.
I know that there was a situation over in Mississippi or Alabama where they, some guys were overflying a pigeon chute, like PETA people.
Oh, yeah, and it got shot down, yeah.
But
No, that was great. That was the first drone shoot down, but we did one with our gun show just to simulate it.
What does something like that cost?
I really couldn't tell you. For my company, I build all my own stuff.
What, about 3,000 to 4,000?
No, you're closer to 6,000 to 8,000, something like that.
Yeah, because we looked into getting, some of the little mini helicopters they've got, but that they use for movie shoots, and a stripped down one was like 10 grand
Right.
to shoot up.
In Austin, I know of about 5 guys that are, full-time in the business, and but I mean, 2 of them work primarily Hollywood, do feature movies and stuff.
I noticed your little guy has a red flashing light, so it's all FAA kosher.
Well,
as long as it's below a certain ceiling, everything's.
Yeah, there's really.
It's almost like hobbyist.
Yeah, well, I'm not a hobbyist.
No, but I mean like hobbyists have similar,
Yeah, but I'm a fully insured company.
No, I understand you're a professional. I mean, I just meant like that's probably what.
They're hobbyists that do this, but how many hobbyists are going to throw $6,000 to $8,000 at a?
Exactly. I've never seen one in person this nice.
Right. I'm actually on a contract today for a company, and we're shooting low-level obliques for the 290 right-of-way. Actually, I'm covering all the way from Loop 1 all the way out both legs of the Y. And
what is that, to look at the toll roads, or?
They don't fill me in on what the project. I get a big old map, and they just tell me where they want photos taken.
Wow.
So I'm actually shooting from this location right now, and this map's about 20 feet long.
What do you think about in the news that Texas is weaponizing drones to have them flying around with shotguns and riot control?
Well, personally, I stay on top of it, and I am not aware that that's occurring at all.
Check it out. It just started happening in the last month.
Yeah.
Did you hear about them using a Predator drone against people that had a cattle dispute in North Dakota?
It doesn't surprise me that they may have gone over and taken pictures.
Do you think it's good to have the Department of Defense operating in domestically?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, to me, it's no different than standing on the side of the road taking a picture. I'm just a little bit higher.
But these can shoot over fences, though, privacy fences.
Well, but, I mean, every day Google is flying over those fences, and you can zoom in. I can look at the chairs around my swimming pool.
No, I know, but Google also got caught using those little cars to grab people's passcodes.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
You ought to get your card or something. I should send you the articles where even Texas sheriff's departments have already got them and are already weaponizing.
I'm really familiar with them. I mean, Montgomery County was the first adopter, and they wrecked it pretty quickly. They destroyed a $500,000 helicopter. So,
Hey, but it's just taxpayer money. Why not?
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, the FAA just basically gave all the police departments in February.
I like your hard hat. Land of the free, home of the drone.
But
it doesn't say that, does it?
No.
No.
But,
it's red, white, and blue is the joke. Have you ever heard me talk about drones, or you even don't know who I am?
Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah.
What do you think of drones, buddy?
What do I think of drones?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's a great idea to take people out without, due process. There's probably a lot of good usage for it.
My problem is it takes humans out of the decision soon. They've already got autonomous drones the Air Force and Navy have developed. Have you heard about those?
Yeah, but...
Skynet?
Yeah, let's make it extremely clear. This is not autonomous. Well, by my insurance, I fly at line of sight.
Oh, no. I'm not saying you're the Department of Defense. I'm asking you as a drone owner, operator, what you think of it.
Well, I mean... Once they get out of line of sight, if the Defense Department has secured drones, maybe it's okay. I mean, there is another level of issue once you take them out of line of sight. is that if they lose GPS link or something,
Sure.
I can fly home.
Why do you think drones are so hot right now?
Well, I mean, they're so much safer than putting a human in the air. If you go look at all the, radio station and television station helicopters that go down annually and kill people and damage things on the ground, it's putting 2 men.
No, I hear you, but aren't we kind of cutting ourselves out of the submarines, the ships, the air drones? I mean, humans, the future won't need us. A lot of top tech chiefs have said with robotics and everything, we're not going to need 7 billion people for the elite anymore.
Oh, that's a good conspiracist attitude to have, but the reality of the world is it's just another tool. It's like if I put it up on a post and held the camera up there.
But I said 10 years ago the TSA would start taking us to private rooms and groping us. It's happening.
Yeah, and I think that's silly. I don't feel any safer for that.
So you can program this to kind of fly itself, but then you can just override it?
Well, as you see it set up right now, it doesn't have autonomous flight capabilities other than if it runs low on battery, it will automatically return before it gets in trouble.
Oh. So there's an override.
Right, and it also has if the radio were for some reason to break, it'll automatically come home and land itself where it took off from. So.
And this camera shoots video and stills?
Yes, this is probably the high end of what people use for this business.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those cameras. They're awesome.
Sony Nex 5.
They've got high-def quality that just 10 years ago that would have cost